Hi friends, welcome back to Nearly Sane Games. It's time for one more sealed pool practice for the ProQuest in Vegas. We'll be doing a sealed pool of Monarch First Edition. So maybe we can pull ourselves a cold foil from that, and we're just getting some practice in here to see what we can build. Kind of a different way to open up some packs. A rare there, and Arclight Sentinel. Kind of a hard sell to play that in a sealed pool, but maybe. Muscle, Duskpath Pilgrimage. Let's see if we can open some spice here in the last set. Spruce Shadow, via the Vanguard, Invigorating Light. So far, not seeing the spice. Come on. Dune would want us to have the spice. Herald of Triumph, Parable and Pulping. All right, last pack. And we have Endless Maw. Out Muscle, and it's the Blue Out Muscle pack. Great. All right. Well, let's sort this out and see what we've got. All right, friends. Looking at this pool, I think it kind of builds itself. We've got the most Prism cards. We've got some good ones. Enigma Chimera. A few Red Heralds in there. Not too bad of a mix. We definitely have some damage available to us. We've got a little bit bigger chain pool, but I think we've seen chain is, it's just a real tough sell in limited. Our Levia pool, we've got a couple of decent hits in here, but consistency is not here, and these cards that make us banish 3 random cards from our graveyard, I don't mind having a couple of them in there, but having a big number of them in there is bad. I really like the Lunartide Plunderer here. There, I'd like to play those, but that's not going to happen. And then Bolton, we've got a lot of blue, and our charges aren't even all that good. We do have a Via the Vanguard, but that's not going to save our pool. So our pool's going to be Prism, and let's try to build that and see what we get out of that. All right, here's our 30. Arclight Sentinel is not going to be in our 30. This is just generally not a good card for limited. The chances that they're going to have a really big attack that you need to cut off is pretty slim. And the thought that you can see that telegraphed enough to fire that off at the right time, you need to be a better player than I am. Yeah, so leaving Parable of Humility in here. I think this is probably the best thing that we can have to protect our Phantasm attacks. There's several 6 attacks running around there. There's less 7 attacks. And hopefully that'll help us. It'll also help us on defense if they don't attack the Parable right away, which it might not be enough of a threat that they will. If we start swinging with it, though, then they might change their tune a little bit. Yeah, so we'll see where this gets us. I don't think we have a whole lot of instances of go again, so this might just be kind of one punch Herald per turn, and we'll see what happens. Let's sleeve it up and take a look. All right, we're all sleeved up and ready to go. Don't have much for equipment. but we'll take what we've got. All right. Well, I really like this Enigma Chimera, but I know the first attack isn't going to pull what I want out of his hand. So I think we're going to start, let's see here. I bet we can get some damage through. Spear says go again. Chances are they're not going to pop the Phantasm on turn 1, hopefully. So let's War Tune, Spears, and Enigma Chimera. Rolling in for 13. That is a massive start. Even with their full hand, maybe not get a block out of that. Makes me wonder if I should have hit with the Herald first and then just save that for the next turn. All right, so this will depend on what our opponent is playing. If we think they have the 6 blocks, we're going to pitch for Spears and then pitch for Herald. Do we want to... Let's Herald of Ravages in our arsenal. So swinging for 9. It's fine, it's just 9. It's not a big deal when your life is 20. All right, here's Parable. And I think we want to use that. Invigorating Light is going to block poorly. So when they attack, as a reaction to their attack, we'll pitch 4, put out a Parable, save us a point of damage. Invigorating Light will be left in hand, but that's okay because we can pitch that 2 to swing our Herald of Ravages for 6, and we got a Parable on the board. I'll take that turn. All right, so this is not an exciting hand, but a pound for 6 seems like what I want. So we're going to pitch this Illuminate, and we'll go to Pound Town. I think we're going to Arsenal this Illuminate, because that'll be we'll have a chance to play that later. And yeah, just a 6 attack. It's okay. We would like more. We got to remember the time skippers over here. If we have a decent turn that we could use that. Could use that this turn. I just don't want to. So I think I'm going to pitch 3 and attack for 5. And attack action cards have -2 with these 2. So that would be pretty nice. What we could have done is, assuming we still had Parable, so we pitch this first, swing for 4, and then to hit with the Herald. So that makes a 9 attack, or with Parable. So that would be gooder. So what do we want to do here? I think we can save Impenetrable Leaf right for later. Swing for 7 there. Straight up 7 seems pretty good. Depending on what's going on. Let's do the arcane damage. And I'm going to pitch War Turn Herald. I want to try to save this blue to see if we can't get a big turn going here. Surging Militia is not the big turn I want to go with, though. Adrenaline Rush. Oh boy, these hands are getting bad. I've got my double blue, but I don't have a necessarily good turn. So, will I still have Parable? Let's say yes. I think limited people are much less likely to hit the auras, but if I'm pulling one damage out of their hand every turn, or every attack, they might. So let's have Parable die, even though I'd like it here. But what I could do is pitch for 3, pop time skippers, go Illuminate, and then pitch for 3, Herald, Surging Militia in Arsenal. So 9 attack. That's about where we want it to be. Zealous Belting. Oh, Zealous Belting. Let's see how we make you work. So if I pitch the yellow, yeah, pitch the yellow, 3 attack Zealous Belting with a go again, which we like to see, and pitch the yellow for Stony Wootenhog, coming in for 9. 9. All right, 2 more hands. Let's use the Surging Militia. How do we get this? I need 2 for that. I need 1 for the Warmonger's Recital. All right, we'll pitch a pound for pound. Warmonger's Recital and Surging Militia coming in for 7. And let's put the Herald in our arsenal. All right. This looks like it's going to be a 5 attack no matter what we do. So let's Picture Out Muscle and Rising Solar Tide. If it hits, it goes in our soul. If it goes in our soul, we can make an aura that we can swing with. And we end on a not very exciting Invigorating Light. Save that for later. Herald of Triumph for 5 coming in. Yeah, without good sources of go again, and without all the big attacks. The big attacks are nice, but 5s each turn. I think you really want to have 8 in these limited environments. If you can swing 8 each turn, you're going to have a pretty good deck. 6 at minimum. I think I think Levia can get there. That one Levia deck we had worked really well, but yeah, I think this did okay. This did like Prism did. It's going to be especially weak to the Prism mirror match. I don't think we have quite as many red Heralds as we need, but not too bad. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.